So PowerShell is a tool, command line tool. We can open it. It's included by default in Windows. So search for PowerShell. We run it as administrator. And we get this command line interface. Here we can control the whole Windows system. So now we are in PowerShell. You'll see we are in the default folder, which depends on your system, but in this case we are in Windows System 32. Now we can change this folder by typing cd. So cd stands for change directory. Let's say you want to go one folder up. You can type cd ... and you'll see it changes to cd Windows. We can move up again, and we are now inside the C drive. Now we can list all the files and folders with the command dir. You see the different folders. We have all this computer. We can enter a folder. We can say cd users, dir, and whatever your username. So we can enter and change directories using the cd command. Now you might have many folders on your computer depending on how much you've been using your Windows computer. So for example, we can type cd documents, and we are inside the documents folder, just like with the Explorer. So this actually matches. If you would open the Explorer and go to documents, you'll see it's an empty folder. If I type dir, there's nothing there. Let's check the downloads folder. So with cd ... cd downloads. Let's go to the downloads folder here. You'll see there's lots of stuff. Now if we type dir, we also have lots of stuff. The same matching files and folders. It's a one-on-one match. So with cd you can change directory. With the dir command you can see whatever is in the folder. Now there's also the ls command. So that's coming from the Linux systems or the Linux world, where you have ls to list files and folders. We'll see the output is more or less the same as the dir command. It does the same. It's just a bit shorter to type ls. Originally or historically, Windows didn't have the ls command, just dir. And on Linux and Mac systems you have ls. So it can be useful to just use ls, because then it's the same on Windows, Mac and Linux. However, you might already be using dir. Either way, it does the same thing. Now, we can also create a new folder. So let's say we go to the documents folder. So we go to documents right here. You'll see it's an empty folder. Now we can create a new folder with the command new item. You can give it some name and say folder 1. Then we specify the type. And now press enter. And you'll see it created a folder right in the Explorer. Now you can create any folder you want. We could say folder 2, folder 3, and they are then being added. Now you might also want to remove an item. So to remove it, you just say remove item, folder 3, and it removes it. So there's a slight delay in the Explorer, but it does remove them. So with the Windows PowerShell, you can navigate your computer drive, your C drive. You can create folders, delete folders. You can see what is inside a folder and so on. So that's how you would use a PowerShell normally. However, there's more you can do with PowerShell. For example, we can get the current location. And if we type get location, we'll see the same folder that we actually see in front here. And yeah, you can move around in your drive with the PowerShell. And you learn some basic commands like cd, dir, ls, create folders, delete folders, see inside it, and so on. So these are like the foundation of PowerShell. And next we'll dive into PowerShell for cybersecurity.